Here to discuss is Taylor Lorenz, technology columnist at The Washington Post. Taylor, we have this war right now between Reddit, the company, and Reddit, its users who generate the content that people go to Reddit for. Do you think this protest will substantively actually change anything with how Reddit works?
Yeah, well, I think it's exposed huge vulnerabilities in our ability to sort of access information. And I think we've seen how reliant actually people are on Reddit. You've seen a lot of people saying that they're going to Google and they're trying to find information out. And now that these subreddits have gone dark, they can't find that information. Steve Huffman has said, it'll blow over. It's not a big deal. That's Reddit's CEO. But I do think that this has caused a lasting shift in how people view the information landscape and Reddit's role in it.
So, there's a big debate about who creates the value in social networks versus who actually gets the rewards of those. In a Q&A with his users, co-founder and CEO Steve Huffman, who you just mentioned, said Reddit will continue to be profit-driven until profits arrive. Unlike some of the third-party apps, we are not profitable. So Steve Huffman there says Reddit has a right to be profitable and take these actions. Do you think he has a point?
Sure. Look, I totally understand that Reddit is a business and, Steve Huffman is really under a lot of pressure this year to try and make Reddit profitable. But I think the users are the ones that create the value of these social platforms. Any social network is only as strong as its users. And that's very different than a lot of other types of tech companies. And I think time and time again, I wrote a whole book about this, but you'll see that, these Silicon Valley executives don't always understand the value of their community and they take the community for granted. So, do I think that Reddit has a right to be profitable? Yes. Do I think the users have a point too? Yes. They wield immense power. And I think Reddit needs to work with them rather than fight them on this.
Well, but, there's a broader context here, which is also Twitter, right? Where Twitter obviously was bought by Elon Musk, instituted all these changes that upset a lot of its users, and yet people are still on Twitter. A competitor hasn't really emerged. What do you think this protest says? The Twitter, failed attempts at protest, you could say. What do you think that says about the limits of the social media users' power on the sites themselves?
I think Twitter is a perfect example. Last I checked, I think according to some bank, Twitter is worth 33% of what Musk paid for it. And absolutely a competitor has emerged in Twitter in the sense of TikTok. TikTok is the global town square now. Twitter has completely ceded that power. Every single day you see less and less engagement and more spam. High profile users have quit the app en masse. And it's it's in a severely different place than it was even a year ago. It's far less culturally relevant. And so I think actually Elon Musk is a perfect case study in how not to treat your biggest creators.
Taylor Lorenz, thanks for coming on.